Shedeur Sanders' stats through 8 games are off the charts, as you know, and I feel as though at times he's overlooked for the Heisman, whether that's Coach Prime being his father, and then obviously playing with Travis Hunter. What are your thoughts on the Heisman race? I mean, Matt and I said before the season that Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter could be competing for a Big 12 championship while competing simultaneously for a Heisman. In that conversation, what are your thoughts on this Heisman conversation, Shedeur versus Travis, and just overall?
It's awesome. I wrote about that this week. I actually did some research on Heisman voting over the history. It's 88 years of history and 42 years of them inviting the finalists down to New York. I'll say this. I'm a stat guy, so I'm going to give you this. There's only been 8 times when teammates have been invited to New York as finalists. Mm-hmm. And 7 of those times, the team was undefeated and ranked 1 or 2. So take Colorado out of that because they're not undefeated. The only time that a team with a blemish had 2 guys there was 2016 Oklahoma had 2 guys there. They were 10-2, like Colorado could be, and it was Baker Mayfield and D.D. Westbrook were down there as finalists. And so there is some
Baker
precedent.
won, right?
No, Baker did not win it that year. I can't remember who won it that year, but it was I think he won it the next year. I think it was the Alabama quarterback. Maybe
Ingram or something. Derrick Henry, something like that.
Lamar Jackson year.
I can't remember who won it that year. It wasn't Baker. I think he was second, but
Lamar Jackson.
That might have been Lamar. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it might have been Lamar, but there is a little bit of precedent. But that Oklahoma team was also they ran the table in the Big 12, and they had a bunch of top 25 wins. What's going to hurt Shedeur more than anything is that CU doesn't have any big wins, and they won't have any top 25 wins unless they win the Big 12 over like an Iowa State or BYU. So that's going to hurt him. And I don't believe that the Sanders name hurts him. I just think that precedent shows that if you're a quarterback and you're down there, you're generally the quarterback of the number 1, number 2, number 3 team. And so, something like that.
So do you think that same narrative will hurt Travis? Because I don't.
No, I don't. I think Travis is a whole different story. I think Travis, to me, is so unique that I think as long as he doesn't get hurt, he's in New York, and as long as he keeps doing what he's doing, he wins it. I don't know how you give it to somebody else if Travis keeps doing what he's doing. If you're a 1,000-yard receiver and you're leading the conference in pass breakups and you got a handful of interceptions and you're an All-American at 2 different positions, how do you not win the freaking Heisman Trophy?
How do you not win the Heisman Trophy? I don't know either.
I actually had somebody I had a tweet earlier this week mentioning Travis leads the Big 12 in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and pass breakups. And there was
pretty good.
So a Boise State fan, naturally, because they want their boy Austin Genty, and he's really good too.
And look, he's a monster. No one's saying he's not. That kid is a fucking key.
Yeah. He came back and said, "Well, that's great. What does Travis lead the nation in?" And I wrote back and I said, "Well, number of positions in which he's an All-American in the midseason. nobody else has got 2 of them." So that's a big one, And to me, Travis wins it as long as he stays healthy and Colorado keeps winning. If Colorado has an 0-4 November, he's not going to win it.
Oh God, don't even say that. That makes my heart hurt.
I just got. As a
reporter,
I got thrown out there.
You got to provide both sides of the coin. Yes,
but look, Colorado's not going to have an 0-4 November, so I don't worry about that. No. My bigger concern there is whether Travis stays healthy. If he does, he's going to win it. And I do think actually being a Sanders is going to help Shedeur more than hurt him, because if they go 10-2. I think they're going to want a star down there. I think his star power gets him more votes, and so I think it helps him more than hurts him. So I think they could be that second team along with that Oklahoma team to get 2 guys down in New York, and wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, when was the last stuff down in New York?
Finished 10-2, 2 guys at the Heisman, one of them winning, 4-0 in November, chance to go to the playoff. Like, bro, 2 years ago when we were sitting there at 1-11, and I was like, I don't know if this could get any worse. And you're like, it can't.
Well,
thank God this is happening.
The other thing that could happen in December is what we talked about earlier, is it could be a banner signing day as well. So December could be one of the biggest.
Well, they're going to have such a good recruiting class.
Yeah. But think about all those things that could happen to CU in December, right? You just mentioned Big 12 title. Okay. You have a Heisman. You have a college football playoff, maybe, and then a recruiting class that could be off the charts.
That'd be top 15, top 10 in the country. Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to mark that as one of the best Decembers in Colorado.
Shit, yeah, bro. That is awesome.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking. This is what we want. Fuck. Thank God.
This is why they hired Deion Sanders in 2020.
Absolutely, dog.